Yo, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure you guys might be aware, about 2 weeks ago I did put together a video showing you guys the top 3 best money making methods that you could currently grind out to make a ton of money very easily. And going off the feedback, a ton of you guys really seem to enjoy that video, as there was at least one method that all of you guys could grind out straight away. However, some of the methods in that video have changed or have been updated, so I thought I'd go ahead and put together somewhat of an updated version to that video. But instead of doing the top 3 best money making methods, I thought I'd go ahead and make it the top 5 best money making methods, as we really do have some epic promotions going on this week that you guys have got to make the most of. So I guarantee there'll be at least one method in this video for all of you guys to grind out straight away. So as always, if you guys do enjoy the video or you do learn something new, all I ask is you do drop a like down below, and also feel free to subscribe, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so coming in for the very first method, you guys probably know by now I haven't covered this week's one, so it is going to be method 1, and that's how to beat this week's brand new time trial. If you guys aren't aware, time trials can be done in a couple minutes and will earn you guys a very nice $50,000, so you really have no reason to complain, earning 50k in like 2 or 3 minutes. Now as always, I would suggest doing a time trial on a motorbike. There's tons of super fast motorbikes you guys can use from the biker update, I believe, like the Shitoro, the Kuchu Drag, plus a few more. However, if you guys own any of the boost vehicles like the Vigilante or the Scramjet, then you can also use these vehicles for this time trial, making it extremely easy. However, I am aware that everyone watching this video can't afford all of these million plus vehicles, so I'm going to be using a bug standard Batty 801 to complete this week's time trial, which only costs around $16,000. So I guarantee all of you guys can at least afford this motorbike. But like I said, if you do own any of the new faster vehicles, definitely go ahead and use that one, as it's only going to increase your chances of completing it. Okay, so this week's time trial is called Up Chiliad, and as you can probably tell by the name, is located over at Mount Chiliad. It's a very quick time trial. Like I mentioned, it does have a par time of only 1 minute 10 seconds, which is a great thing. Just like last week's time trial, which was under 1 minute, a ton of you guys was able to complete it. Or even if you mess up early, you can just hold Y and restart the time trial. Whereas if the time trial is like a 5-6 minute one, if you mess up a few minutes in, it can be quite annoying and quite tedious. So this week's time trial only a minute long, so you guys really have nothing to lose. Now I would suggest doing this time trial on a motorbike. You can do it with 3 different motorbikes: the Hakuchu, the Batty 801, or the Akuma. All 3 of these bikes are quick enough to complete this week's time trial. In my case, I'm going to be using a fully upgraded Batty 801. If you guys aren't able to fully upgrade a bike, don't worry, you can still do this with a normal Batty 801 or slightly upgraded, as this method does give you a massive advantage. I had a friend early today that managed to do it without a fully upgraded bike, and he had 3 seconds spare when he finished it. Now you guys that have seen my previous time trial tutorials, you'll know that I hate doing these time trials at night time, as they make them more difficult. But just to prove that this time trial is so easy, I complete it during the daytime and the night time. So as I mentioned earlier, this week's time trial is located over near Mount Chiliad. The first thing I would do is head over to the time trial, start it as I do on screen, then you can see the finish line. As soon as the finish line starts up, you want to mark it down so you got a little waypoint, so just so you know where you're going when you relaunch it. Then from here you want to hold Y so it restarts the race. So from here you're able to start the race fresh with a waypoint, just so you got a little marker of where you guys know where you're going. So you want to line your bike up to the left side of your starting position, pop a wheelie as soon as you press right on the D-pad to get that little extra boost of speed. You want to zing past this little white tree and then go up this little hill right here. Now from here, consistently pop wheelies and keep going up the hill until you look for these little trees. Keep popping wheelies up this mountain until you see another set of trees here on the left. You want to basically take a cut right next to this rock next to this tree. Now from here you just want to pop wheelies as much as you can straight to the top of this hill, and you guys should notice the texture of the hill will start to change from green grass more to like a sandy, like grey color. However, keep popping wheelies. There's 2 options you got here. You can try and hold a wheelie as long as you want, or keep popping quick wheelies back to back like I'm doing. Go up this little rock and you should land straight on this dirt path or nearabouts on it. Now from here you just want to follow this dirt path. You can hold down A or pop a few more little wheelies like I'm doing if you're feeling confident with yourself. I nearly fell off there, you saw. You do have potential, like I said, to mess up by a few seconds and still complete this time trial. I actually messed up 3 different times and still completed it within 1 minute 10 seconds, which I will show you guys in just a second. However, keep following this little dirt path around the corner. Now as soon as you guys see that sign, you want to take an immediate left and wheelie up this hill. Bang. Now you guys can see a very easy 51k in 1 minute 10 seconds. Now I did find that one little part of this time trial was a bit tedious. Nonetheless, I was the only person I knew that had trouble with it. All of my friends and crew members managed to jump straight over it. But on the time trial, it's the bit right at the end when you have to jump up on the rock. So as you boys can see on screen now, when you wheelie up this little rock towards the finish line, you want to take an immediate left when you're getting air. My problem is I went straight, failed, ended up wasting like 3 seconds, and somehow still finished it within 1 minute 10 seconds. I only failed that time by 0.2 seconds, showing that it is still doable even if you mess up by a few seconds. And even on this run right here that you can see on screen, again I managed to fail it right at the end, just including this just so you guys don't make the same mistakes. Up this little mountain, I decided to go too much to the left, so my bike stalls, and then bang, you can see 0.2 seconds outside the par time. So twice I managed to get it just 0.2 seconds outside the par time, and that was mainly me just failing at the end. I'm pretty sure you guys will have no problems with that bit at the end. So what you can see on screen right now is what you want to do. You just want to leap straight up, pull in a little mini wheelie, and then aim towards the left. So do feel free to add this video to your watch later playlist in case you want to come back at a later date so you can memorize the route more easily. However, coming in for the second best money maker method, and that is by grinding out the VIP and CEO work, which is currently offering you guys double money and double RP. Now I have already put together a video showing you guys my personal method of how I like to grind it using Headhunter, Sightseer, Most Wanted, and if you've got an MC then maybe using Ripping It Up as well, as that only takes 5 minutes, can earn you guys around 30-40k as well. So I will leave a link to that video down below in the description. However, coming in for the third best money making method, and that is by grinding out the MOC missions. Now of course you guys will need to own an MOC to grind one of these, so if you guys don't own an MOC, do be sure to leave a comment down below and say need MOC to grind method 3. Now there is a ton of different missions you guys can play, so I'll quickly break down by far the best mission that I think you guys should grind out. The person who's going to be hosting the MOC missions does need to make their way inside the MOC, go up to the little screen and press right on the D-pad just so you guys can do what I'm doing on screen and launch one of the missions. Now as you guys can see, there is 8 different missions you guys can choose from, so I know a lot of you guys are going to be thinking what is the best mission to actually grind out for money and RP, and it is actually the 5th mission, the MOC mission called Cover Blown. Trust you me guys, I've smashed out all of these missions several times, and in fact I do actually have gameplay of me completing every single one of these MOC missions on my channel, so if you guys do want to go and check those out, do feel free to. Now once you guys are in the setup menu, obviously you want to change the difficulty to hard so you get that 1.5 extra cash and RP, and then from here go ahead and invite your 3 friends into the game. Now as you guys can see in the bottom right, it does only require 1 other player to launch this mission. However, you guys will be receiving bonuses for every other player that you have in your game, which I will talk about later on in the video. However, it is worth mentioning you're better off just trying to invite as many people in here as possible, because you aren't going to have no advantage by doing it with just 2 players. It isn't the type of mission where another player can actually fail the mission for you, which I know is pretty rare. Coming from someone that's played a lot of GTA 5 over the last 2 years, I do remember those days when I used to grind out contact missions with noobs and I had to rely on them to do one basic thing and they kept on just failing it. That shit right there will trigger any man. I don't care how fucking experienced you are at the game. The fact that a random player can't fail the mission for you in the mission is such a massive benefit in my mind. However, go ahead and launch the mission once you guys have got 4 players in your game. Now this mission, like I said, is by far, hands down, in my personal opinion, feel free to disagree with me down low in the comment section if you don't agree with me, this is hands down the easiest MOC mission you guys can select. You're basically just going to deliver an MOC from one spot, as you guys can see here, right near Trevor's Runway, all the way down to the docks. Now this drive alone only takes about 5 minutes, and that is being very generous. I'm saying 5 minutes including a bunch of crashes and stops and fails like you guys just saw at the start of the video. I pressed start there, but as I was saying, all it requires is for one of you, in this case it's me, to get inside the driver's seat, and then your 3 friends can mount the guns inside the MOC, and then it's practically a walk in the park, as you guys are about to see. Now I'm actually going to fast forward this gameplay to save you guys time, but what you guys will notice is in the bottom right, once you guys encounter your first enemies, you'll get 2 bars. It will say enemy lock on and then speed. So basically you can't let the MOC go under a certain amount of speed before the enemies lock onto you. Now this sounds much worse than it actually is. I remember when Rockstar Games first released these missions, I almost thought this was like the movie Speed, where you know they're on the bus and as soon as they come to a stop, the thing's is going to self-explode. I actually think there's another adversary mode with a similar theme to that, but this isn't the case for this mission whatsoever. I fully tested this method out to see how long can I like sit there until these enemies lock on and take me out, and you guys have all seen the gameplay. I practically come to a full stop right here, as you guys can see on screen, for a long time, and the enemies didn't take me out. I even go ahead and press start to see if there's any enemies around me, and there clearly was. So you guys don't have to worry about crashing into a wall and coming to a full stop and then exploding. The mission really isn't that hard like I initially thought that it would be. I've at least played this mission about 7-8 times and not died once. I've not seen the MOC to get destroyed once, so you guys really have to be below level 12 to fail this mission, or just really new to GTA 5. And what you guys would also notice is there is no roadblocks with these vehicles whatsoever right until the end, where there's one. And you also will notice is that the majority of these Pegasus vehicles will come face first with you. So in many cases you're better off telling your friends not to even shoot the vehicles in front of you, because you can just clip off them and glide straight past them. As I'm sure some of you guys might be aware, when you actually shoot or destroy a vehicle and it becomes stagnant, it could just block up the road and it becomes more of a nuisance than you actually just clipping an active vehicle out the way. But either way, whether you get your friends to take out the vehicles or you just want to drive straight through them, this mission is a walk in the park. And as you guys can see, that is it, boys. That is literally the mission done. Just one player driving the MOC from point A to point B with a bunch of your friends in the background just shooting off guns for the hell of it. And if anything, it's actually a pretty fun mission, especially if you're one of the guys sitting in the back. All you got to do is sit on a mounted gun and shoot cars, and you're going to be receiving a shitload of cash. You really have no reason to complain. Now I know some of you guys might be thinking, am I not better off playing the final MOC mission, which is going to be the hardest? And the simple answer to that is no. All of these MOC missions pay exactly the same, so if you guys want to use some common sense very quickly, you're always better off just doing the easiest option, which will cause you guys less stress and earn you guys much more money in the long run. Now if you guys aren't aware, Rockstar Games have updated how these missions do pay out. Every single mission, whether it's contact mission, MOC mission, or the special vehicle missions, they're all very much time based now. So the longer you guys wait in the mission, the more money you guys will be receiving. So to make things very clear for you guys, so you don't get confused, I put together this graph right here, and this basically indicates the percentage of payout you guys will receive for the amount of time that you spend in the mission. So as you guys can see here, to receive 100% of the pay from the mission, you guys will have to spend a minimum of 15 minutes in the mission, and that will bag you guys a very nice 47k every single time you do that. So that is method 1 of grinding this mission. As you guys can see right here, we was able to actually deliver the MOC in under 5 minutes. So if you want to grind out the AFK method, like if you guys are eating your dinner, you're watching some YouTube videos, or maybe you just want to go and crack a fat shit, you can literally just park up your MOC and be making money for sitting AFK. And just quickly, in case you guys was wondering what my friends doing throughout that entire mission, I'm going to show you guys their point of view right now. Literally all they had to do was get in the back of an MOC, mount a turret, and just spray it off against everything they can see. You do also get unlimited ammo whilst you're mounted on these turrets, so it is literally a walk in the park. When I tell you guys it is impossible to fail this mission, I mean it is impossible to fail this mission. So taking off where we just left, the first way of grinding this method is just to sit AFK once you deliver the truck, and then you can just go ahead and deliver it, and you'll receive your nice 47k every single time, as well as an epic 7,000 RP. However, if you guys take a look at this graph one more time, by spending 6 to 8 minutes, we're going to be receiving 60% of the pay, not 50%, 60%. So if we want to do some very quick maths, 60% of that 100% payout is still over 28k. So let's just say we complete this mission 3 times, that will only take us 18 minutes, so 3 minutes longer than the previous method. However, by completing it 3 times at 6 minutes each, we're going to be bagging an insane $84,000, which I think we can all agree, for only 3 minutes extra work, you're practically going to be earning double than the previous method, which the majority of people are going to be doing out there. You guys really have no reason to complain. However, moving into the fourth and final best money making method that you guys should definitely be making the most of, and that is the stunt races, which are currently offering you guys double money and double RP. Now the great thing about these races is you can actually grind them out solo or with friends. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link down below in the description to another video showing you guys how you could actually grind these stunt races out and make the most amount of money in the shortest period of time. So that's going to do it for me, guys, the top 4 best money making methods to grind out as of right now. So hopefully you guys do appreciate me including 4 different methods, so there's at least one method for all of you guys to grind out. So all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.